Right. Hello, good evening. God bless. How? 1 second, there you go, it's reconnecting. Hello, good evening. How is everyone? I wanted to go through, I wanted to speak to you guys and be a bit blunt. Not blunt, but I wanted to go through saying, social media is a weird place. I could do the nicest of things and put out as our daily video, and it wouldn't get traction, it wouldn't get views, which is how we keep this business running, because it is a business. There's lots of people that take an income from it, a lot of people that get fed from it, and there's a bigger picture. You only see the end result of a video. Now, we've done obviously the food bank today. We've got 2 videos coming out today, because when we do these videos, they don't normally do well. So I do these showing you and giving some advertisement for the charity that we're doing it with, but they don't normally do well. I'm hoping you guys can help rectify that. Social media only does well when you see a video with a lot of views. It's either one of 2 things. A video that keeps you waiting till the very end and watching you, and you think, why did I just watch that? Absolute waste of time. Or something where it goes, why has he just done that? Has he just weed on the floor? Did they just ruin a Range Rover? You're getting me point. I wanted to go through a few of these comments. So, and I'm not singling anyone out or being horrible, not at the second, I'm not being horrible at all, but I'm not singling anyone out. So, perfect example. Joe, sorry to use you as an example. You know what? Sometimes I look and think some of your videos went far too far, ruining things you think are funny. And it bugged me. Today you were amazing. I watched your videos more videos, hopefully more cash to struggling people. Look, we do so much behind the scenes. I'm going to start putting a lot more of it out. Now, especially now we've got the accounts back, it will go back. For those of you that have followed for a while, you'll know when we went into Smith's and we spent £14,000 of our company's money to help the Salvation Army, our money, Salvation Army, with the Christmas gifts 2 years ago. Or how, when we all clubbed together and done the £52,000 raised the previous Christmas before that. Or how, we've managed to give away 25 PS5s over the past 2 years. All these things are because we do our sketch videos. Now, I know some people take them realistically as if I'm going to pee on my floor. It was a prank on Jess. You could clearly see that in the build-up, but it gets people talking and it gets the algorithm going. Now, if I'd done something nice and just made what Jess and people like, instead of pranking, why don't you make her breakfast? No one would watch it, and then it wouldn't generate an income, and it would mean that we wouldn't be able to do anything. So, bear that in mind when you see a social media video, because all social media platforms are there to generate an income. If it's got a big following, that is what it's doing. And, I get enjoyment out of doing the sketches. I know a lot of people get the enjoyment out anyway. Besides the point. My point is, it means that we can do nice things like this. How we can get nice videos going, if you see the nice videos we're doing, watch it all the way through and give it a share. And it means we can do more of them. Like now, see, the numbers are dropping in the live. Normally we have 3,000, 4,000. We're talking about nice stuff. It drives, it's not keeping the attention. That is my whole point with social media. You've got to keep someone's attention. And doing nice things doesn't do that. So that is just proved 13K. That was amazing. We've done loads more than that. What about, I know, obviously after the fire, we had the GoFundMe. That everyone, someone made a GoFundMe for us after the fire. It raised over £52,000 in 3 weeks. All of that got donated. We didn't keep that. We could have kept that. I could have gone and taken the kids away on holiday. We could have disappeared for 2-3 months. We didn't. We donated that to 6 charities, all put out on videos, all to show. Everything we do, we always try and give back. Always. I've always had a percentage of what we do that goes back. But yeah. Anyway, right. I want to go on to more. So we got our hardcore trolls who I'm not even going to do it, actually. I'm not even going to. Do you know what? I was going to bite on them. Julie, you have too much time on your hands, all right? Look, bless your soul. I'm glad you're a lady of leisure, but you comment on every single video. Soon, for your own sake, I'm going to block you because you are far too affected by what we're doing. And I hate, as much as I want to bite back and go, I want to put my fingers up and go, oh, look, I'm not, because I'm not wound up by you. I think you have too much time in your hands, and it's not, there's a load of people like this. You have too much time in your hands, and you think you see a video and you think, oh, I get it. I had loads of messages. I have messages all the time going, oh, one day you're going to have to see what it's like to really work. Do you know what? Sometimes I wish I was back doing my 9 till 5, because I tell you what, I do more than 9 till 5 doing what we're doing with social media. I really do. I really, really do. Will always watch. You changed my life. Look, you have one bloody life. One life. Yeah, you need to throw enough shit at that fan and at that wall, and something will stick. Something will stick. And I hope to God enough people see that what we do, yes, what we do. Look at the bigger picture. There are so many people that are struggling for money. So many. And there are other ways to generate an income. There are so many things. Before I started, when I was 17, when I just met Jess, I weren't doing anything, couldn't work for anyone, couldn't hold a job down. I got 3 broken lawnmowers, made 2 working lawnmowers out of it, sold one of the lawnmowers, bought a hedge trimmer and a strimmer, and I was walking around with my lawnmower, my hedge trimmer, and my strimmer, walking around, knocking on doors, cutting people's front lawns for a £5. That's how I got started. Then I started my landscaping business, or my garden maintenance, then into landscaping, and then finally into building. Look, what people see and what they want to do, they just throw enough. Put yourself into something and something will work for you. You know, people are like, oh, well, yeah, you wouldn't be able to work a 9 to 5. Bollocks, mate. I used to do longer than 9 till 5, 7 days a week, putting more time in than what you would get going to work, being a nurse, being a doctor. No, maybe not a nurse, actually. You put in a lot of fucking time. But, you know, working in 9 till 5. My point is, life is way too short. If you're happy in your life and you're going through it, then good. Watch the videos, have a laugh. If you're not, and you want to make something more of it, or you're not happy with where your life's going, don't get annoyed at other people when they are making something work for them. Use that to push yourself to go further, to use their ambition and their success to drive you to want to do better. That's what I've done. You know, I've looked at people in my life personally that were doing well for themselves, and I could have sat there and been like, oh, what a dick, he got lucky, he's done this, he's done that. But I haven't. I've been like, how's he done this? What's he done? How did he do that? What has he got that I haven't got that's made him do that? And I tell you what, it is putting the time and the effort and continuing to do things even when it's hard, even when it's shit, even when you're not getting paid for it and everything looks like it's failing. You keep pushing and you keep trying. You keep trying, you keep trying. You fail, you build again. You start something else. You go again, you go again, you go again. Giving up or failing to try is worse than not doing it at all. It really is. You're going to fall over. You're going to fall flat on your face. You're going to get the knocks. No matter what you're doing, whether it's a building company, whether you're starting off like I did with a bloody broken lawnmower, you got to just keep trying. We are only here for 75, 80 years, if we're bloody lucky. If we're lucky. So yes, okay, I may have got a little bit lucky on social media, but I tell you what, it wasn't luck that got me here. It was the time and effort and the repeating, keep doing, not giving up, and doing it and doing it. And that is my point. If it wasn't this, it would have been the building. It would have, because I'm relentless. When we finished, we had 2 teams on the go. And I only stopped doing the building because this provided a lot more and it meant we could give more people work. So that's why we went fully with this. Now I'm thinking I want to do the building as well. So, and it frees up other time to do other bits. Anyway, that is my rant over. And just to prove a point, this is exactly it. Look at the numbers. Normally we have 1,500 to 16,000 in a live. And this is my point with social media. Nice, pushing, influential, giving good back on social media does not work. It doesn't get pushed. And I wish to God it didn't. It did, sorry. But the reason it doesn't is because people want to see something that's shocking. Is the basic answer. Not that they want to, because then they get annoyed when they see it, but that is the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is, you know, devastation, bad things do well. So yes, so next time you're complaining about a bad video that you've just seen or a sketch that you've just seen from me, remember this. That video is paying for, I'm going to say, at least 6 families get an income, maybe more, of the videos we do. But not only that, it's helping other companies, it's helping charities, and it's helping a lot of other people. So, and I've just got told now, I'm not going to do it. They're like, press the add button. Well, I'm not, because this live's not about that. It's about telling you guys that you have one fucking life. You better get to that end. You better get to the 75 years and say, when you know you're on your way out, I mean, did I do enough? Could I have done more? Are you happy? And that's what I'm doing. I'm living life. We have been hit hard. Many, many fucking times. We have been hit hard. We're still here. We're still pushing. We're still smiling. That's all I want to push on to everyone else. You know, whether you've gone through the same background as me, whether you've been adopted, been pushed to boarding school, sexually abused, nothing can stop you. You are strong. Do you know what I mean? I just want to shake the camera and say, like, you're strong. You're as strong as your mind. All right? Okay, that's it. So, yeah, sorry, a bit of a rant. I was going to go on as well, but Julie, what is Julie? Let's say, like, hang on, let me find her, because I've got a good message for you. Julie, I'm not going to say your full name, but Julie Wood. All right, you know who you are, Julie. Life is far too short. All right, just smile and look at the bigger picture. All right, I'm not trying to do any harm to anyone. Any sketch that we do is amongst ourselves. The Range Rover. The Range Rover, yeah? And if, people that got annoyed about that, it's end of life. It was on the way to the scrapyard. I bought it for a sketch to wind Jess up. The person would have got £300 for that car. I gave him £300 for that car. And I'm giving him the car back, so he's going to make a little bit of extra money. I'm putting more back into my local community by doing things like that. So it's not just me that it gets helped by. There's other people. And, you know, that's it. Whether you take a little bit of inspiration from this or not. Guys, I love you. I love that you like our videos. I don't love when you always take it too seriously. Take it for what it is. I'm getting more texts now saying I should probably come off the live. But listen, life's too short. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow. Don't have any regrets. Push, give everything you got. Be happy. All right? I'm going. Right? Watch my next video if you want to see my sperm count. It's coming out tonight at 9 o'clock. Am I firing blanks? Quite possibly. See you later, guys. I love ya. One life, live it, have fun. Don't die with regrets. The worst thing. That's the biggest fear I've got. Did I do enough? Could I have done more? Did I try hard enough? Should I have gone? You know, don't live like that. One life. Come on, let's live it. Bye, laters, guys. Don't be angry.